back to the YouTube channel of Pro Enzo Vids, and this is my late review on the Saints game. I wasn't gonna do this, but I did think about the fact I want to be consistent with my uploads based on St. Helens and just their season ahead. So I am gonna do a review 2 days late, which is not what I wanted to do, but I will get this done, which is the main thing. I did watch the replay, I did watch the highlights of the game, because obviously I missed out on that yesterday because there was nowhere of the highlights being posted on YouTube or being posted anywhere else. So they came out a couple of hours ago, so I ended up watching that. And yeah, I've got a fair sort of knowledge on the game and how it sort of went on Friday. So obviously Saints won 20 points to 4 over Wakefield. I've got to say, Wakefield have really improved this year. Wakefield are definitely looking like a better side. They look like they're a team that's going to be competitive across the season. They're going to challenge a bit more bigger teams like Saints, like they did on Friday to Saints. I didn't really think they would be anything great. I didn't think they'll even come close this year to any of the games they've played. I know they've lost. I know they're 0-3 to start the year, Wakefield, but in every sort of game they've played, they have. You can't say they haven't put any effort in the opening 3 games of the season. Like in every game they've played, they have definitely put effort in. So credit to where it's due, I think, for a team like Wakefield. Yeah, no, they're looking pretty good actually in this season, and I think they will get a couple of wins this year if they maintain the same form they're sort of in it at the moment, despite losing. As for Saints, though, it wasn't our best performance. I think Wakefield actually shut us down quite well. It looked like their defense was sort of good enough to hold Saints out for quite a long period of time. The second half we were very quiet. The first half we weren't too bad, but it was Saints. It was more of it was a game of 2 halves. I think Saints were obviously a bit better in the first half, and the second half I think Wakefield sort of dominated a bit more in the second half, only because they sort of held on a bit more longer and let in less points in the second half, unlike the first half. So I think Wakefield were better in that sort of instance. And I just think our attack was a bit flat, but I guess you can't really play or attack the same way as you want to usually if the other team, the opposition, is playing well. So obviously it wasn't our best performance, but you can't be perfect every single game. So it was actually in a way it was good to see Saints be pushed like this, because it's not very often we're pushed by a team like Wakefield. It's not very often we are given a run for our money. So it was actually quite good how we were challenged quite a bit, which I liked. And I was actually a bit impressed with Wakefield, actually, how the way they sort of pushed us the whole game was pretty good, and it sort of indicates that they are on the up, Wakefield, and they are sort of building as a side, I think, as well. Some of the try scorers, some of the try scorers for us, obviously Josh Sim scored. He was very good last week against Hull FC. Josh Sim, who's filling in for Will Hopewadi, I believe, due to a rib injury. Mark Percival got a double, so he's on his 103rd try now, I believe, for St. Helens. James Robbie, Roby, I should say. That's what I meant to say, not Robbie, it's Roby. He, the club legend, he scored a try as well, so good to see Roby score his 2nd try of 2022. And then the conversions were kicked twice by Tony Mackinson. As for Wakefield, Tom Johnston was the only try scorer for them. So it wasn't really an amazing sort of game. Like, it wasn't really a fantastic match, but it was a tight, gritty contest, I thought. And it was a contest where, it was good to see a bigger club like us be challenged for once, because it has been a very long time since we've been challenged by an opposition like Wakefield. So, it was good to see us sort of be challenged, actually. So, we'll play Hull KR next week. So hopefully against Hull KR, we're a bit more better. We sort of play a bit more stronger than what we did on Friday, so I think we should be alright for Hull KR. I think as for Wakefield, I think they play Leeds Rhinos on the Thursday, so I reckon they're a fair chance of being Leeds, actually. I know this is a big call, but I think so far this year Wakefield have been better than Leeds. Now, before the season even kicked off, I never really thought I'd be saying that Wakefield are playing better and look better than what Leeds were, because to me Leeds look awful. They look awful. I know they have injuries and players out, etc., but it's not the ideal start, is it? I didn't think Leeds would, sort of start the year like this. I mean, it's hard to even get a read on them, to be honest. So when I do my tips on Tuesday, I think Leeds and Wakefield will be a very tough game for me to tip. So I'm gonna have to try and have a bit of time to think about that one, who I'm gonna go with. But anyway, yeah, it's a sloppy performance. I didn't really get to watch the full match. I wish I did, but again, it was on Sky Sports, unfortunately. So yeah, it sucks how I'm not unable to watch the past 2 matches now. I couldn't watch really the Hull FC match because it was on Sky Sports. Now I couldn't watch this one because it was on Sky Sports as well. So a bit unfortunate, but at least there's highlights at least there's highlights there, so I can kind of understand how the game sort of went and give a proper review. Anyway, that brings it into my Saints vs Wakefield review. Hope you all enjoyed. Make sure you do like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all the next one.